بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Inshallah, we will try to complete Surah Ar-Rahman today. There are many things left which are mentioned regarding Jannah, but it will continue in Surah Al-Waqi'ah. The opening verses of Surah Al-Waqi'ah are the closing verses of Surah Ar-Rahman. In Surah Ar-Rahman, there are 5 themes, 5 topics which Allah discuss. Number 1, Quran. Allama al-Quran. Then Allah talks about His creation. Allah talks about Ash-Shamsu wal-Qamaru bi-Husban wal-Najmu wal-Shajaru yasjudan. Then third topic, Allah talks about Jahannam. And then one type of Jannah, and then another type of Jannah. So 5 topics: Quran, creation of Allah, Jahannam, one type of Jannah, another type of Jannah. And Surah Al-Waqi'ah, same, but the other way around. So Allah starts off one type of Jannah, Sabiqun as-Sabiqun. Then another type of Jannah, Ashabul Yameen. Then Allah talks about Jahannam, Ashabul Shimal. Then Allah talks about the creation, أَفَرَأَيْتُمْ مَا تَحْرُثُونَ أَفَرَأَيْتُمُ الْمَاءَ الَّذِي تَشْرَبُونَ. And then Allah finishes off again with Quran. إِنَّهُ لَقُرْآنٌ كَرِيمٌ فِي كِتَابٍ مَكْنُونٍ لَا يَمَسُّهُ إِلَّا الْمُطَهَّرُونَ. So very, interconnecting. And this is an amazing science on its own. Why did Allah put this surah next to this surah? Why did Allah put this ayah next to this ayah? The link between the verses of the Quran, the bond between the surah of the Quran, is just another science on its own. Can go into details upon details. Sometimes Allah is talking about certain thing, and then all of a sudden Allah talks about something else. Quran is not a storybook that all the verses regarding Musa alayhi salam is together, and then all the verses of Ibrahim alayhi salam is together. No. Allah talks about something, and then Allah changes the topic to something else. Then Allah talks about something else. Then Allah again starts the story of Musa alayhi salam again. Because the human mind, he likes a bit of a change. We were speaking to one atheist once. So he was saying that, mashallah, now they're Muslim. So they used to be atheist. So they say, Quran really got me thinking. You're talking about, you're reading certain things, and then all of a sudden the topic changes. So it gets you interested again. And then the topic changes again, then it gets you even more interested. So it keeps you interested all the way. وَخَيْرُ جَلِيسٍ لَا يَمَلُّ حَدِيثُهُ. Allama Shatibi rahmatullah alayhi says, the Quran is such a companion, it will never get you bored. You got the Quran with you, you made it your companion, it will never get you bored. You will never feel bored. And I remember one person locally, he just lives somewhere local in Batley, not Hafiz, not Alim, just normal person. So he said one day he was waiting at the airport, his flight got delayed. So now he's thinking, what shall I do? The first they said he's delayed about 2 hours, and then they said maybe another 2-3 hours or something. So by that, so he said, I had a little Quran with me. So I started reading Quran. And I was just sitting there, I didn't even realize, how many hours he got delayed, and I was just sitting and waiting for the flight and everything. In that interim of the delay of the flight, I nearly did a khatam of the Quran. I finished 28 juz. Just sitting there. Didn't even feel the hours where he went. That is the Quran. Whether you read it understanding or not understanding, will still benefit, but understanding and reading it is a different enjoyment altogether. One verse of the Holy Quran, and the Prophet ﷺ is spending the whole night. إِن تُعَذِّبْهُمْ فَإِنَّهُمْ عِبَادُكَ وَإِن تَغْفِرْ لَهُمْ فَإِنَّكَ أَنْتَ الْعَزِيزُ. One verse, full night, the whole night, the Prophet of Allah is reading. وَامْتَازُوا الْيَوْمَ أَيُّهَا الْمُجْرِمُونَ. One night the whole verse goes. thinking about, pondering over the verses. أَفَلَا يَتَدَبَّرُونَ الْقُرْآنَ? Will the people not ponder over the Qur'an? أَمْ عَلَىٰ قُلُوبٍ أَقْفَالُهَا? Or are there locks in the hearts? It's a very sharp verse Allah is mentioning. Do they not ponder over the Qur'an? Or is there locks on their hearts? Is the heart locked? Allah save us. What is the way to open the locks of our heart? The dua of the Prophet ﷺ. Allahumma aftah aqfala qalbi bi dhikrik. O Allah, open the locks of my heart with the remembrance. The dua of the Rasul ﷺ. Amazing. And what can be better dhikr than the Quran? Somebody may say that Subhanallah is very beautiful dhikr. Somebody will say La ilaha illallah afdalul dhikr. Hadith. But Allah nazzala ahsan al-hadith kitaban mutashabihan masani. Quran is the combination of all the dhikr. So La ilaha illallah will be a vitamin A, for example, Subhanallah vitamin B, Astaghfirullah vitamin C. Quran is multivitamin. Quran is a multivitamin. It's got everything you need in there. Allah give us that love for Quran. So anyway, finishing off Surah Ar-Rahman, Allah then starts off the last few verses. Allah says, فِيهِنَّ خَيْرَاتٌ حِسَانٌ. In Jannah, there are khayratun hisan. Khayratun hisan means beautiful, fair maidens for them. Companions. When Allah created Adam alayhi salam, and He told him to go to Jannah, then he went to Jannah, but he found it very boring. Everything was there. All the enjoyments were there. But he had nobody else to share it with. So then Allah created his wife for him, Hawa alayhi salam. So he was sleeping one day, and then from his ribs, Allah created Hawa alayhi salam. And then when he woke up, he saw Hawa alayhi salam next to him. So he started inclining towards her. So the angel, they said, wait. You need to pay the mahar, dowry. She said, what is mahar? What dowry do I need to pay? Shall I give something of Jannah? Mahar, imagine, dowry. So he said, until you don't send durood and salam, salutations and greeting on the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, according to one narration 3 times, according to another narration 5 times, 7 times, or even more. Until you don't recite this durood on Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who is yet to be born, centuries down the line from your own progeny. But from there, durood is being recited upon him. That became the mahar of the Adam alayhi salam for his wife Hawa alayhi salam. So then they enjoyed Jannah. Allah said, Uskun anta wa zawjuka al-Jannah. Both of you, now you live in Jannah. Then enjoy. Wakula minha ragadan. Enjoy, eat, drink, how pure. Enjoy yourself. So without a companion, without your partner in life, you can't enjoy things. So that is why Allah has made these women, these maidens, hur maqsuratun fil khiyam, to enhance the enjoyment. So they will be wide, black, lovely eyes, maidens, which will be covered, which will be in the tents, fil khiyam. لم يطبثهن إنس قبلهم ولا جان. No human has ever touched them, no jinn has ever touched them. Meaning, the humans will be given the human hur, the jinn will be given their own Jannah, their own. So the human hur, no human has ever touched them. So they are only made for you. And the jinn one only made for them. This is something which Allah has made a reality. Allah created jinn before humans, and they also obey like how me and you obey. They are the creation of Allah. Nothing to worry about, nothing to fear about, nothing to be scared about. They are normal. They are just like me and you, creation. And when people get scared and people start getting sweaty and goosebumps, that, jinn, then the jinn, they get even more, proud. Look, we've scared them. We've scared all of them away. That is not something which we should do. The Quran says, وَأَنَّهُمْ كَانَ رِجَالٌ مِنَ الْإِنسِ يَعُوذُونَ بِرِجَالٍ مِنَ الْجِنِّ. There are certain people from humans who actually, oh Allah, save me from the jinn. And the jinn, when they hear these things, then they even get more arrogant, they get more proud. These people are proper scared of, let's play with them more. Then they want to even trouble you more. So if sometime you're on your own or something and you sense that there's another creation of Allah around you, beside you, just nicely just tell them, please leave me alone. Fear Allah. Simple. You don't need to be scared, you don't need to run away or something, that the jinn is after me or something. You just keep it cool. Just another creation of Allah. They cannot do anything. We are living in a time where people fear jinn more than they fear Allah Himself. Hayya ala salah will not take them out of bed and bring them for fajr. But the sensation of a jinn will make them jump out of bed. That's the reality. They are the creation of Allah. Allah is the one who we should be fearing. Allah give us understanding. So nobody has ever touched them. مُتَّكِئِينَ عَلَى غَفْرَفٍ خُضْرٍ وَعَبْقَرِيٍّ حِسَانٍ. They will be leaning, enjoying the beautiful people that Allah has made for them. And in this month of Ramadan, every day these hur, they come out to the balconies of Jannah, and they, towards the time of iftar, they are announcing, all those that have saved themselves from the disobedience of Allah, we are waiting for you. Ramadan, they are announcing every day at the time of iftar. Now the common question comes, this hur will come more in Surah Al-Waqi'ah, so we will discuss more description about them there. Allah has described it in much more verses there. But the common question that comes, which everybody says that, if the men are going to get hur, that what are the female going to get in Jannah? Now this question, we are looking at it from the worldly point of view. Jannah is a very pure place. And the thoughts that people will have in Jannah will also be very pure. Somebody was asking, will there be, certain thing which was totally haram and totally forbidden? He was asking, will that be in Jannah? I said, look, Jannah is a pure place. If Allah takes you to Jannah, you will not want any of that in Jannah. This is this world which has become polluted, filthy, that the person gets these temptations, evil temptations. Otherwise, in Jannah is a pure place. The nourishment is pure, the water is pure, the drink is pure, everything is pure. So the whole life there will be totally pure. In fact, before going to Jannah, there will be streams outside Jannah, where a person will have to dive in. So everything will, all the crinkles, all the wrinkles, all the marks, everything that he has on his body, all the old age, whatever he has in his body, everything will be wiped away. And then the other stream, he will drink from the water, and everything from inside will go away. All the evil thoughts, all the sicknesses of the heart, all the evil mindset, all the hatred, all the grudge, jealousy, whatever a person had in this world, everything will be wiped away. To the extent the Prophet ﷺ is saying that Allah is smiling at those two people. One has killed the other, but both ended up in Jannah. Imagine, this person actually murdered this person, but they both ended up in Jannah. Allah smiles at that person. How? So this person was a non-Muslim, and this person was a Muslim. They were fighting in the path of Allah, and because this was a non-Muslim, he killed him. So he became shaheed. He's in Jannah. Then Allah had mercy on this person. Allah gave him iman. He became a Muslim. Then he also fought in the path of Allah. He became a shaheed. Both of them in Jannah. But now a person in Jannah will not look at his murderer and look at him as his murderer. They will be like brothers, ikhwanan. They will be like brothers. These are things in this world where people are not ready to talk to each other for a few money here and there, few property here and there, few land here and there. People in this world, that's the world. In fact, when a person will go to Jannah, he'll be laughing about these things. You know, when a young child, when they fight with their little toys, so I'm not going to talk to you, that's it, you took my toy away, and when they grow up, those same children, when they're 15, 20, they laugh. But that's even something to make such a big fuss about. So in this world as well, you know, people, they fall out on these issues, worldly things. In Jannah, in the Akhirah, people will be laughing. Was that really something which we had to take it so seriously? So everybody will be brothers. إخوانا على سرر متقابلين. So متكئين على رفرف خضر. So anyway, just one of the answers that were given was that normally the males, more or less, talking about the general mentality, they always have one thing on their mind. And they only got that one thing. That, I have a good life partner, I have a good person who I can get married to. That is the only one thing that is something which the Prophet ﷺ said as well, that حُبِّبَ إِلَيَّ مِن دُنْيَاكُمْ ثَلَاث. Allah has made 3 things from your world beloved to me. And one of them he mentioned was pious woman. So that is good. But that is not something to look down upon. الدنيا كلها متاع. The whole world is a place of benefit, and the best thing is a pious woman. Pious woman. Dawud alayhi salam used to make dua to Allah, oh Allah, bless me with such a wife that will make this world a Jannah for me as well. That will help me in this dunya, in this world, to obey you as well, to get me closer to you as well. So that is something good. But for females, they have different things on their mind. And if Allah had mentioned one certain thing and Allah hadn't mentioned another thing, and maybe, they always have different things. And sometimes they change, the thing they want also changes as well. So Allah said, وَلَكُمْ فِي, let me just keep it as a secret for you. Whatever I am going to give you, I have given it as a secret. For you is whatever you wish, just wait for Jannah and see there. So, متكئين على رفرف خضر وعبقري حسان. They will be leaning on green cushions. Green is very appealing to the eyes. Greenery, it makes a person, it creates a nice scenery as well. So that will be one of the colors. I don't know all the colors. A person may think that is not my favorite color, I like another color. Allah will give you that color, that's fine. Like a person, he came to the Prophet ﷺ, "O Prophet of Allah, will there be horses in Jannah?" So the Prophet of Allah said, "Yes, of course there will be horses in Jannah." And Allah will give you such a beautiful horse. And this, in this day and age, we're looking at cars. Those days, that was the main means of transport. Another Sahabi who was more into his camels said, "O Prophet of Allah, will there be camels in Jannah?" So now the Prophet of Allah thought, if I keep on answering these questions that yes, this in Jannah, the list is never going to end. So the Prophet of Allah said, "O my Sahaba, if Allah gives you Jannah, then you will get whatever you want there. You will have whatever you want there. You will be with whoever you want to be with there." So, green cushions, وَعَبْقَرِيٍّ حِسَانٍ, and beautiful mattresses. Another place Allah says that the inside of it is made of silk. If the inside is so soft, imagine the outside. Nowadays in the cushions, the seatings of this world, the outside is very soft, the inside is rough, foamy, not balanced. But Allah is mentioning the inside. If the inside is so smooth, so soft, unimaginable outside. And then Allah finishes off Surah Ar-Rahman with the amazing verses, فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ. تبارك اسم ربك ذي الجلال والإكرام. Allah starts off Surah Ar-Rahman with Ar-Rahman. Allah finishes off with Dhil Jalali wal Ikram. The two great names of Allah. The Prophet ﷺ mentions when you make dua to Allah, Alizzu biya Dhil Jalali wal Ikram. Beg Allah, beseech Allah with Ya Dhil Jalali wal Ikram. O the one with honor, O the one of majesty. Is it Ismul A'zam? Ismul A'zam is one of the names of Allah, which is the greatest name. Now the ulama, they cannot actually come to a conclusion which one is it, because Allah has kept it secret. Just like Laylatul Qadr, Allah has kept it secret. We cannot say for definite is the 27th night or is it the 21st. It could be one of the last 10. Similarly, Ismul A'zam, it could be any of the name of Allah. Allah has kept it secret. But when a person, the Prophet ﷺ mentioned, when a person makes dua with Ismul A'zam, Allah will immediately accept his dua. He asks Allah for anything, Allah will immediately give it to him. It could be any, some ulama say Allah, some say La ilaha illallah, some say La Dhal Jalali wal Ikram. Many different opinions, there are so many different opinions. But when dua is amazing, you make dua to Allah, Allahumma inni as'aluka bi ismika al-a'zam. Allah ask you with the Ismul A'zam, whichever one it is. I ask you with that name. That name which the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentions, that oh Allah, when Allah is asked with that name, He gives. When He is asked forgiveness, He forgives. So we should just make this dua. We should put our heads in sajda and say, Ya Dhal Jalali wal Ikram, Ya Dhal Jalali wal Ikram. His name is great. Allah is great. Allah starts off Surah Ar-Rahman with mercy. Allah finishes off with Ya Dhal Jalali wal Ikram. In between, Allah talks about so many different things. Everything has an end. Allah has no end. Awwal bila bidaya, akhir bila nihaya. The first without a beginning, the last without an ending. Your beginning was with Allahu Akbar in your ears. Make sure your ending is with La ilaha illallah on your tongue. That is the message. You came into this world with the name of Allah in your ears. Make sure when we leave this world, we have the name of Allah on our tongue. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi, Subhanallah al-Azim. Two statements. Very easy to say. Doesn't even take a few seconds. But, Subhanallah, very heavy on the scale on the day of Qiyamah. Very beloved to Allah. Subhanallah wa bihamdi, Subhanallah al-Azim. The way we will live our life, that is the way we will die. Let us live our life the way Allah wants us to live our life. And inshallah, Allah give us death with His name on our tongue, with La ilaha illallah. Because the Prophet ﷺ mentions, Man kana akhiru kalamihi la ilaha illallah, the one whose last words are la ilaha illallah, dakhal al-jannah, he will make it to that jannah. May Allah make that a reality. Ameen wa sallallahu wa sallam ala rasulina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi.